again there, awesome kindergarten kids. I'm so glad to see you guys again. Today for math, we're going to look at our big book. And we're going to really look at the giraffes first and compare their sizes. Now, if we were to look at these three giraffes, which one do you think is the tallest? And which giraffe do you think is the shortest? Now, I'm pretty sure that's really easy for all of you. You could very easily look and say, that giraffe is the tallest and that one is the shortest. But now we're going to compare the sizes using a piece of yarn. Here's my piece of yarn. It's nice and fluffy. It's blue. And I'm going to hold the yarn up right next to this giraffe. So the yarn starts at his little tiny toes, goes all the way up to his head. And if we look, he is that tall. See where my fingers are? This is how tall our giraffe is. Just like this. Now that we know how tall that giraffe is, we can easily compare it by putting it next to a different giraffe. Here it is, at his toes, but this giraffe stops here. Our other giraffe stopped all the way up there. So he's shorter. And then if we put it over here, make sure it matches up with his toes. Oh my goodness, look how tiny that giraffe is. He's the shortest one. We could also do that with the trees. Let's start over here at this tree. I'm going to start right at the bottom of the tree and make a little mark with my fingers. This is how tall the small tree is right here. Now let's see. Whoa, look how tiny it is compared to that tree. Or if we put it over here, look how tiny it is compared to that tree. It's almost like we could just pick it right up and put it right next to it to compare the sizes. Now, like I said, that's pretty easy to tell the sizes of these pictures, right? Well, we're going to look at these two books. I have a book here and I have a book here. Now, if you look at those quickly, can you tell which one's bigger? Can you tell which one's smaller? This is a little more difficult because their sizes are pretty similar. Now, if I put them right next to each other, now can you tell which one's taller and which one's shorter? If you put them right next to each other, you can tell, right? But if they're far away, I don't know, they kind of look like they're the same size. Well, we can compare them using the yarn again. This time, I'm going to put the yarn at the bottom. Hold it tight. Here we go. This book is this long. See my yarn? And now we can compare it to this book. If we put this one at the bottom and hold it up, see how you can see it was taller? Now that's a good way to compare sizes, but we don't know how much taller two things are. Like if I asked you, how much taller is this book than this book? Well, using the yarn, you can't really say how much taller it is. You can't really put a number on that, right? And we're not going to use a measuring tape or a ruler. Those would be, you know, the obvious ways to measure something. But we're going to do something a little different. I'm going to build a tower with our blocks that is the height of each book and compare the books that way. So I'm going to start with this book. I'm going to build a tower that's the same height as this book. So start right there. We got one block. Got to keep building. 2 blocks. 3 blocks. 4 blocks. 5 blocks. 6 blocks. I haven't hit the top yet. I got to keep going. 7 blocks. 8 blocks. Look at that. This book is 8 blocks high. Can you see that? You can count them right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 blocks high. Well, now let's try with the other book and see how many blocks high that one is. Remember, this one's 8. We got to remember that number. This one's 8. Now we're going to try this book. We're going to start over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, is 8 enough? 8 is not enough. 9. This book is 9 blocks high. You can see it right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if this book is 9 blocks high and this book is 8 blocks high, which book is taller? Which one needed more blocks? This one did, right? Here's a tricky question for some of you. How many more blocks high is this one than this one? If this one's 8 and this one's 9, how many more blocks are in this one? How many blocks would we have to add to 8 to make it to 9? Do you know? You can think about it this way. If you put the number 8 in your head and count up to 9 and find out how many more blocks you would need. 8, 9. So how many more blocks would we need? We would need 1 more block. So this book is 1 more block taller than this book. Or this book is 1 block smaller than this block. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed math today, and I'll see you next time. Bye.